Hello, anyone not still living in the 1970s? We interrupt your day to bring you this announcement. Husker Ninja is in the building. Alright guys, we are here today with episode number 10 of the Carolina Panthers franchise here on Madden 25. And today we inch closer to closing the regular season as we face our final AFC opponent of the season here in week 15 at home against the New York Jets. And then next week we will get our chance at revenge on the New Orleans Saints. But first we got to take care of business here against the Jets. We are 2-1 against our AFC East opponents so far this year. And a nice punt return there for Ted Ginn. And they'll set up Carolina in great field position. Steve Smith going up in between two defenders to haul that one in. And it'll be a nice first down out the 23 of the Jets. Now goes Smith, who'll break a couple tackles. He's inside the 5. And it'll be first down and goal from the 2 for the Panthers. Steve Smith getting involved early and often. He's going to make the grab right there. Get on into the end zone. And Steve Smith has put the Panthers on the board first. And now they have the ball back here after the next Jets drive stalled out. They'll give that one to Stewart up the middle. He's got enough for the first down to the New York 45. Now they go to Smith. Smith wide open deep down the field. He's got that one inside the 15 as that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. First play of the second quarter will be a 15-yard strike to Steve Smith. It's his second receiving score this first half. And Carolina's got the 2-score lead here early. The offense seems to be firing on all cylinders. A 3rd and 3 here. That'll be picked off. It's intercepted by Luke Kuechly. And Kuechly going to run this one down across midfield to the 46 of the Jets. The defense comes up with a big turnover. 3rd and 3 going to Smith. He's got this one back inside the 25 down to the 21. Steve Smith having himself a monster season. And he's continuing that today as he climbs up the ladder for that one as well. Now on 4th and goal, rolling the dice, throwing to Smith in the end zone. His 3rd receiving score of the half makes it a 21-0 ball game. And on 3rd and 10, that pass will be overthrown. The Panthers will get the ball back. Newton unloads. Caught by Smith. Smith going to get that one out across the 30 down to about the 35. Timeout will be called for Carolina. Newton back to pass again. That'll be caught by Smith. Puts on the spin move. Cuts upfield. He's got this one down into New York territory down at the Jets 41. Now 31, 3rd and inches. Smith with that grab inside the 15 down to the Jet 14-yard line. And on first down, Newton throws. Steve Smith all alone. Cuts upfield into the end zone untouched. They march down the field in under a minute to make it a 4-score lead going into halftime. Now they give it to Stewart. Stewart wants the edge. He's got it out across the 45. 8 carries, 60 yards for Jonathan Stewart. Now a 3rd and 5 from just across midfield. They'll give to Stewart. Stewart puts on a spin move, sheds off one tackle. He's got that one down inside the 35 of the Jets. They're on a 2nd and 13. Newton back to pass. Wants a shot. Going deep, has a man. It's Steve Smith into the end zone, and the route is on here in Charlotte. His 5th receiving score of the day. It makes it 35-0. And now they'll get the ball back here. We're into the 4th quarter now, a 2nd and 10. Newton throws to Smith. Smith cuts upfield. He's inside the 10, down inside the 5, down to the 4. 20 catches, 307 yards for Smith. On 2nd and goal, he'll make the grab. He's into the end zone for the 6th time today. And that'll be a 42-0 ball game. Now under 3.5 left. That pass intercepted. Geno Smith picked off by Charles Godfrey, and the Jets have never really threatened today. They've had a couple turnovers. The shutout remains intact. Steve Smith will make that grab. He'll set another single-game record, his 342 receiving yards on 4th and 4. The throw goes to Smith. He's got that one inside the 10. One more touchdown will give him the single-game record, and there it is. Steve Smith finds the record books once more, his 7th touchdown grab of the day, and that will make it a 49-0 ball game. Smith unloads. He's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time today for Josh Norman, and that will keep the shutout intact, although they would get the ball back one more time. Unload deep, and there's Godfrey again. 4th turnover of the day for this Carolina defense. 2nd pick for Godfrey, and they shut out the Jets 49-0. 422 yards, 7 touchdowns for Cam Newton, 17 carries for 103 yards for Jonathan Stewart. Smith, 31 grabs, 422 yards, 7 touchdowns. Steve Smith has had a monster season, and his name has perhaps been generating discussion here in the MVP race. He's certainly easily leading the Pro Bowl voting. He's in discussion for the NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Been a bit slow on the MVP front, though. Don't know how that's going to end up. Newton also in the MVP discussion as well. But now it's a shot at revenge against the Saints here at home in Week 16. This could be for the division, as they will take on the New Orleans Saints here at home. 2 weeks ago, the Saints were able to use 2 third-quarter Jonathan Stewart fumbles to build a big lead and hold on for the win. And the Panthers looking to return the favor here, as that pass would be caught but shy of the 1st down. So the Panthers would get the ball, and Stewart will pick up 13 yards on his first carry. Now 1st and 10 over the middle. It's Steve Smith inside the 45 of the Saints. Got that one down to the New Orleans 41 on a gain of 25. On 2nd and 3, wide open. Steve Smith is inside the 10 down to the 9. And now a 4th and goal from the 2. Newton back pass. Caught. End zone. Touchdown. Guess who? It's Steve Smith. Would it be anybody else? The veteran wideout has been a massive part of this offense today. In fact, he's been just about nearly all of the passing offense all season. And it's why he's in discussion for the NFC Offensive Player of the Year award, as well as securing a strong shot at a Pro Bowl selection. And Jeff Heath makes a stop to take him down shy of the 1st down, but the Saints would get the ball after a punt, and they would score to tie things up at 7. So now the Carolina offense back to work. That'll be caught by Steve Smith down to 1.5 minutes left in a low-scoring 1st half. Smith with the grab. He cuts upfield. Steve Smith going to get a big gain inside the 20 down to the New Orleans 19. And a 3rd and 5. Newton back to pass. Throws end zone. Going up, hauling it in and bringing it down is Steve Smith. His 2nd receiving score of the day. And it's 14-0 Panthers. Breeze has gotten them into within shouting range of a field goal. He unloads. That's intercepted in the end zone by Captain Munnerlin. It's picked off, the turnover for this Carolina defense. And Newton back to pass. That's caught by Steve Smith. Cuts upfield. Steve Smith down the sideline. 1 man to beat. Not going to beat him, but he's down to the 24 of the Saints just like that. But Carolina would be unable to take advantage and score before halftime. And so it's still a 7-point game here early 3rd quarter. Going to Steve Smith. Tight coverage. He'll haul that one in, though, like he has all season long. And they've got it 2nd and 10 at the 45. The Saints, guess who? It's Steve Smith one more time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it has been the strategy all year. It's been paying off. And there's Smith in the end zone. He's got another touchdown, his 3rd. Count them 3 today. And they are wanting to take control of this division. And now Drew Brees back to pass. They're on sideline, picked up by Charles Godfrey, the safety with the INT. And that'll set up the Panthers at the 41 here, early 4th quarter. They'll give to Stewart. Stewart with the spin move. Stewart's got a block down the sideline. 1 man to beat it. He's into the end zone. Jonathan Stewart took off with the spin move, broke a tackle, and he was off to the races, and it was one he was going to win as the Panthers have opened things up here in Charlotte. There's a 21-point game now, 3 minutes left. Breeze rolling out, pressure comes, throws, end zone, caught by Colston. And Marquez Colston will make it a 2-score game. Now Newton back to pass. Once a man in the end zone. Picked off by Jenkins. It's intercepted, and perhaps the Saints have just a little bit of life here, only down by 2 scores. And now they got it at the 23. They've moved down the field in a hurry. They go to Sproles on the screen. Sproles gets a block. He's got the edge. He's got 6. And here come Breeze and the Saints. They would not get the onside kick, and now the field goal to seal this one is going to doink off the uprights. And Carolina is full on imploding right now. 3rd and 10. Breeze got to get it up there. It's going to be caught! It's hauled in for the touchdown. Robert Meacham has just sent this game into overtime. 21 points in the final 3 minutes for the Saints. What an implosion for this Carolina offense and really defense. And also special teams with the missed field goal by Gano. So just a complete total team effort on this implosion. But the Panthers get the ball to start overtime. They've been marching down the field methodically. You would think almost in Gano's field goal range, but he just missed one toward the end of regulation. Unloads over the top. It's caught. And this ball game is over. Steve Smith makes the grab. It's his 4th receiving score of the day, and he will send the Panthers home winners in overtime. 327 yards, 4 scores, 1 pick for Cam Newton. And let me tell you, the Panthers sure tried to implode. But New Orleans scored 21 points in the final 3 minutes to force overtime. But they got the ball to start. The offense marched down the field, and Steve Smith would not let them go home empty-handed as he catches the game winner, the walk-off touchdown in overtime. Elsewhere, you have a sack for Wes Horton, interceptions for Munnerlyn and Godfrey. But the Panthers will get this win, and they can clinch the NFC South next week. That'll do it for me, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody.